Happy Easter, everybody. Today we are making a chicken sausage. So we're using back fat here, pork back fat. Unpopular opinion, but man, I reckon a chicken snag tastes good with a bit of pork fat. So we're going to run this for the chunky plate. We're making a dark chocolate, triple sec, orange, bit of toasted fennel, something like that. That's the sort of flavor profile I was going for. Anyway, one-way trip for the mincer. We're going on the chunky plate again, the 10mm plate. One time through, giving it a good mix. There we go, and we'll go hand mix all our ingredients in there in a second once we get it through. 80-20, I think, well, 80-20 as per usual. That's my ratio of fat to lean meat, and I think it's the best. I don't think it's too dry. I don't think it's too wet or too fatty. It's fucking Goldilocks. It is Goldilocks. 80-20 is the way to go. So, got all that out, ready for it. Got it over to our ingredients. Give it a little mix and just make sure it's a pretty even. Consistency is good. We want even. So dark chocolate chips, the little chip button things you get from the IGA and stuff, they seem to be the best for sausages. They're already same size. Yeah, they work out well. With these sort of things, you got to watch your ingredient size to your nozzle. Or, like I remember way back when I was an apprentice and like chili pineapple was our hot sausage. And you get the pineapple chunks stuck in the nozzle and just shotgun out everywhere, causing a ruckus of the skins and just creating a shit fight in general. Anyway, back at it. So we had toasted fennel, salt, white pepper, bit of black pepper, oregano, parsley, thyme, your usual suspects. It's about the mix there. Bit of triple sec, bit of dark chocky, a little bit of orange juice. So triple sec does the job, but I don't know, feels better to have that. Felt a little bit dry, so we're just going back in with the rest of the bottle there. Lovely, and that seems like the consistency. Usually I try to do, some meats take more water than others. Chicken and pork seems to take the least amount. Chicken takes the least amount of all, especially if you have skin. If you use skin and not pork fat, like chicken skin and not pork fat, you sort of get a really sloppy mix from the go without adding any liquid at all, really. So when you're doing flavors like this, you want to use the liquid component of a sausage to, put more flavor into it. If you're doing a plain one, you might do some stock or something. But otherwise red wine or white wine or whatever the hell, whatever you're going to do something, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I try to avoid using chicken skin for that reason, because I just don't get enough flavor, and I think pork fat just does a better job of it. So we got that. So that's about, let's say a litre per 10 kilos for pork seems to be about the right mix. 700-ish for chicken seems to be about the right mix. And like your beef and your lamb, depending on what muscle it is you've minced, you can sort of take 1.2 to 1.5 litres per 10 kilos, depending on, obviously, what the meat quality is like. If it's dairy cow, it's going to be milky and gross, and it's going to hold less water. It's going to hold more water initially, you know what I mean? So you can put less in it, so you just can't get your flavor and stuff that you need. Anyway, skins, we're running hog casings as per usual, 32, 35s on the tube. I always take them off the tube. I take them off the tube and add a little bit of water, and then rush that water through just to clear out any salt, any residue, and just make the skin nice and easy when it comes off. We want it to come off smoothly without sticking to the nozzle and anything else. And I think just running the water through that seems to be the trick. And obviously I like to empty the water out. I don't like any pockets of water in the sausage. So you saw the first part there, that was the last batch of snags roll out. So that rolled out, we threw it away. We put that little bit that's like in between the nozzle, so it's like a bit of one flavour and a bit of the next. We gather all that up and just throw it in the pet food once a week sort of thing, or twice a week. Depends how often we do pet food. Usually for us, it's every second day at the moment. We just can't seem to get enough pet food, which is quite annoying. Anyway, back to Lincoln. So, flip it over. Through, over, under, up, twist. Through, over, under, up, and twist. Through, over, up, and under, twist. That is the motion. You can go faster once you get it. But yeah, you go through it, up and over and around, and twist it. Easy as. Once you get it, you can go a bit faster, and a bit faster, and a bit faster, until you get it pretty good. So usually I use a wet apron. You can tell my shirt's a bit wet at this point in time, which is kind of annoying. I tend to avoid that. But hey, it was Easter, we were rushing around, and I just wanted to get a couple of videos up and get them saved, because, we were shut for 4 days, so I needed to get some video content. So it was just a rush, get the jobs done, which we did. These turned out pretty awesome. I should actually stitch the photos on the end of the cut face of this and the cut face of the Reese's Pieces sausage we did. That was this week as well. I'll stick that right on the end here. I'll get the cut faces of them. So if you want to see what they look like cooked and cutting down the guts, Bill, I'm talking to you. I'll put it on the end of this video. I should have said that at the start, but hey, done that now. See what I did there? A lot of apprentices don't do that, and it shits me up the wall. Like, get a sausage and it's like twisted in half, like tie the link for the next 2 links, then untwist the fucking thing. How difficult is it? You turn something that's going to go in the bin back into like $1, $1 or $1.50, $2, depends how much you charge for your sausages, but you turn it back into a sellable product. Literally for the 10 seconds of doing that, just untwisting it, fixing it. It's not fucking hard. Do your job right, guys, and people will fucking respect you and pay you more. That's what you gotta do. Anyway, there's your sausages. Have a great Easter, everyone. I will catch you in the next video. Peace.